pension house. And the second meaning is a very amazing house built in an architecture style which don't belong to the area. And this is the case because this house was built by foreigners, the foreigners who came here when tourism started. Just in front of us, the house of Elton John above, the highest White House. When they came here, they spent 6 months here because they used to come in winter in order to release from the tuberculosis and from rheumatism. So just on the right you can see the fortress of Nice. This fortress was built in the 17th century in order to protect the area against the intruders. Very popular in the area. You have also a lot of pine wood, olive trees. Olive trees are very popular. This is with them that we make olive oil. We don't cook with butter, we use olive oil. You can see the very nice view on the bay of Villefranche with your boat. Of the water. Unfortunately, it's a little bit sad without the sun. You don't see any difference between the sky. Sure to masterize the fire in order to show his boss that he was very brave, but in fact he could not masterize the fire, and the boss died burned with another nurse. This gentleman has been put in jail in Monaco and then he escaped. And as he communicated with the cellular, he was recalled and sent back to the States. Nowadays, the lady is widow. When she go out from the house, she go out with 8 bodyguards. 30 million euros. But after a struggle, she went to the court. She won, and then she gave the money to Alzheimer research. To high the level of the water. It's a village where you have a lot of personality who stay there, like Julian Lennon, he won't permanently here. Bono from the group U2, the Princess Antoinette, the formerly sister of Prince Rainier, and the German writer Friedrich Nietzsche, who spent 3 years. Toilets also in the village, it's also 50 cents. Je sais pas, fais comme tu peux. Tu nous déposes peut-être. They were immediately in another world because all the people living in the village were... In front of you, you can see a road which is bending and going above your heads. This is a road that took Princess Grace on the 14th September 1982. And this is there that she had her head stroke and she fell in those fields behind those orange houses. And the religious religion is Catholicism, but all faiths are accepted. If you want to live in the Principality, you have to show with fact and figures that you are not obliged to work, otherwise you don't get the residence. When you get the residence, you have to rent or to buy an apartment there. The square meter is 60,000 euros. The square meter is the size of a toilet. So you can imagine how much costs an apartment in the Principality. You don't need to show your passport when you go in or out the Principality. You have just a milestone which indicates you are entering the Principality. You have every day 120 nationalities who come here for working in the morning and depart in the afternoon. Those people won't never get the residence in the Principality because they don't have enough money to support them in case of unemployment. So just here on the right you have the exotic garden. You can see below the cathedral, and just below this is the district of Fontvieille. The white tents belong to the Circus Festival. In front of it you have the great stadium, and over there you have also the Vintage Car Collection Museum and the Stamps Museum. And you have also the Rose Garden of Princess Grace with more than 300 variety of roses. The rose was a preferred flower of the Princess Grace. Just in front of you in this building you have in each tower, in one tower you have an apartment of 200 square meters, and in the next tower you have the swimming pool which go with it. On the left the monument with the two blue bulbs. This was the formerly house of Princess Soraya of Iran. She was married with the Shah Reza Pahlavi, but she was obliged to divorce because she could not give him any child. Prince Albert rules the Principality since the death of Prince Riviera in 2005. He is married with Princess Charlene. She comes from South Africa. She is in charge of the sport and of the seniors in the Principality. Princess Caroline is in charge of the culture and the ballet, and Princess Stephanie is in charge of the young people, AIDS research and the Circus Festival. Just in front of you, you can see the port of Monaco, and in front of you, the old city of Monaco. Just those who have the Monegasque nationality can buy or rent apartment in the old city. The foreigners are not allowed. You have the train station just in front of you, which has been built in 1866 in the Principality. Thanks to it, tourism developed there. decide for everything. He governs with the parliament and the board of ministers, but he is the one who decides for everything. It's very difficult to get the residence in the principality because the prince wants to be sure that everybody has accommodation. That's why it's so difficult to get residence and Monégasque nationality, because the country is very small. The last person to get the Monégasque nationality is the chief cook Alain Ducasse, who is the director of the restaurant the Louis XV in the Hôtel de Paris. That's why we will unload there. If you need to go to the toilet, we will make a short break to the toilet here, because there is just one way. Those who won't be with me in the lift, you need just to press one button and you arrive to next floor. Then you go out. There is just one way. You find the escalator and we meet outside. And then we start the guided tour, and then months of May, for the last weekend of May, and during 4 days all the principality is closed. You can't go with your car here. You are obliged to arrive either by boat or by train. No possibility to come with a car here because everything is blocked. At the entrance of the restaurant, you will see on the side you have a square with just 3 sides. These are the squares where are located the cars for the departure. The race track is 3 kilometers long. It lasts 2 hours. Pilots have to drive 32 loops, and the great difficulty is that they have to change. The great difficulty is that they have to change 100 times per loop. This is the great difficulty of the racetrack. All the balconies that you see on the left are rented for this opportunity, and the seat on the balcony will cost you 2,500 euros per person. With the price of a seat, a buffet is included. If you go on the other side where you have tribune, it's 500 euros but no buffet. On the left here you have the tribune of Prince Albert II. This is there that he delivers the award. And here you have the pole position just over there. On the left you have the Automobile Club just over there, which is in charge of all the organization of the Grand Prix. And it's all booked since 1 year in advance, and you are obliged to book for 5 nights. You cannot book less if you book in an hotel. Naturally, prices are multiplied by 5. So on the left here you have the chapel Holy Devote, who is the protectoress of the principality. You saw in the cathedral on the right a chest belonging to the Holy Devote protectoress with a bone inside. And every year in January for the national fest, this chest is taken out in pilgrimage from the cathedral and brought over there. This is also in this chapel that Princess Charlene brought a bunch of flowers just after the wedding. So within a few minutes we will disembark from the coach and we will go to the gambling casino. You don't have time, unfortunately, to gamble, but you can enter in the lobby just to have a look to the lobby, because if you go for gambling you have to pay €10 entrance fee and you have to be dressed up. So meeting point will be here at 10 to 5. Okay, so now we disembark here from the coach and we go all together to the gambling casino. You can let on the coach what you don't need.